Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken, and today I'm here to do a review of this 1:400 scale LATAM Airlines Boeing 777-300ER from Gemini Jets. And before I get started, I have to say that this is a very nice model from Gemini Jets, even though it's a few years old at this point. And I wouldn't recommend this model if you can find it. So with that said, I'll start off with the box, and it's just your typical Gemini Jets box. And here is the front of the box. Here is the bottom, the right side, the top, the left side. Then here is the back, and you can pause to read what's here in the back, but if not, then it's okay. And as I mentioned before, it's an older release from 2019, but it's still a very nice model. Alright, so here is back to the front. And then of course here's a look inside of the model, and then some information on the 777. So you can pause to read that if you want, but if not, then it's okay. Alright, so on to the main star of the video, which is the model herself. Alright. And here she is in all of her glory in her plastic cocoon. Alright, so now just get the model in position. So please bear with me. And as always, I like to take my models out with the bottom part facing up, because for me it's easier to take the models out that way. Alright, so just please bear with me. And yeah, it is a bit of a hassle to get the model out, but alright. So here she is. And while I have the model out in this position, I'll do a quick landing gear check just to make sure everything's in order, even though I don't roll the models around, and I don't recommend you doing it anyways, because the landing gear is very fragile on these models. So alright, so this one is good, this one's good, and this one is also okay. So all 3 sets of landing gear check out. Alright, so let me just get the model out. Get her plastic, and then turn the model right side up. Alright, so here she is, and she's very gorgeous. Alright, so before I do the official review, I'll just do a quick turn of the model so that you guys can take a look at her. Alright, so as always, I'll start here at the very front of the model. So here you can see the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, and then the forward landing gear with the partial registration, which is HUI, or sorry, it's MUI. So Mike Uniform India. And then you have some pitot tubes and sensors with static ports at the nose. And then the L1 door with the One World logo to the right of the L1 door. And then there is the LATAM South America logo. Very nice. And then the LATAM Airlines tunnels right behind the LATAM logo. And let me see if I can get it to focus. Alright. And then there are the windows along the forward part of the fuselage, so please bear with me while I get the focus problems in check. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So as I was saying, the forward part of windows at the front of the fuselage, then you have some more static ports and sensors right there at the bottom of the left side of the fuselage. There is the L2 door, and then the forward antenna right there, the forward middle antenna. There's the anti-collision beacon right there on the top of the forward part of the fuselage. And then there are some more windows here in the middle part of the fuselage. And then here is the top part of the left wing. There is the left side runway landing light. Then the L3 door with the emergency exit arrows right there on the top of the left wing. And then here is the left engine. And then a look inside of the left engine, which is very nice. There is the engine strake, and then there is some printed detailing along with molded detailing on the engine. And then of course there's a lot of molded details on the top part of the left wing, as well as some printed details. And then there are some more markings right here on the top of the middle part of the fuselage. And then of course there is the left side navigation light, which is red. Alright, so now moving on, here is the L4 door, then some more windows, and then here at the very rear of the fuselage, there are the rearmost windows, as well as the two rear antennas. And then there is the Boeing 777-300 titles right there on top of the very rear windows, as well as the L5 door, and then the registration, which on this model is PT-MUI, or Papa Tango Mike Uniform India. And then there is the LATAM tail, which is very nice. The vertical stabilizer, as well as the left horizontal stabilizer, which has some printed and molded details. There is the dot that represents the light that illuminates the vertical stabilizer when the aircraft flies at night or during night operations. Then at the very rear is the APU. Alright, so now moving on to the right side of the model. It's pretty much the same as the left side, but the only exceptions are the rear and forward cargo doors. But other than that, it's the same. And of course, here is the right side navigation light, which is green on the right side. And then, of course, there's the R1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 doors. Alright, then moving on to the top view of the model. It's very nice. Some nice molded and printed details. The two horizontal stabilizers also have some nice molded and printed details. Alright, now moving on to the bottom of the model. Alright, so here is the nose cone again, and then the forward landing gear, the forward landing gear doors. Here's the forward cargo door, and then the LATAM South America logo right there, which is very nice. On the forward underside part of the fuselage, for some static ports and sensors. Also on the forward part of the underside of the fuselage. Alright, moving on, here are the two air intakes for the bleed air that is used for the AC systems and other systems that use bleed air. Alright, there is the underside anti-collision beacon. There is the stand hole, as well as the main landing gear. On this model, there are no printed details for the main landing gear doors, which is okay. And of course, this model features the single wing piece. Don't mind that. It's still a very nice model. Then here's some printed details on the underside of the engines, as well as some molded and printed details on the bottom part of the wings. On the right underside part of the right wing is part of the registration, which is Papa Tango PT, and then on the left underside wing is the other part of the registration, which is MUI, or Mike Uniform India. Here is the Gemini Jets logo, the rear cargo door, and then the baggage door. And then at the very rear of the under part of the fuselage is the APU housing doors, and then the bottom part of the two horizontal stabilizers. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this model. Alright, so before I end the video, I'll just do a quick final turn of the model so that you guys can take one final look at her. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys liked it. And as I mentioned before, I would recommend this model if you can still find it. And with that said, I hope you guys stay happy, safe, and healthy. And I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, thank you and have a great day. Bye.